Conor McGregor has returned to work 8 days after undergoing surgery. He was seen filming a Mac Energy advertisement with creator Ashton Hall. Bobby Green engaged in a sparring session with professional boxer Arnold Barboza. During the MMA rules workout, Green secured a submission, forcing Barboza to tap out.
This is what happens to any of you boxers that came in here. I dog walked you. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Right there. Come here, run away. Treat him like my little son. Come here. Come here. Come here. Treat like your son.
Paddy Pimblett has debuted an American accent. The UFC lightweight shared a brief demonstration of his impression for fans.
My favourite one to say in an American accent though is, "Get down on the ground, motherfucker." That's what I'm best at.
Oh my gosh.
Get down on the ground, motherfucker. Eat the dirt. Face down, bitch. Glad I could play a cop in an American movie, just with that line.
Dude, yeah.
Get down on the ground, motherfucker.
You might get cast off of this.
Yeah,
that is good.
I feel like I've got that one down.
I'm still a very small channel, so if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me grow. Let's get back to the news. Demetrious Johnson remains undecided on whether he will travel to Dagestan to train with Islam Makhachev.
That's my wife!
I saw your reel with Islam.
Talk to wife, you have to tell her, but not us.
What do you think? You gonna go?
I ain't gonna lie. I want to go so bad, but at the same time, I gotta ask my wife. No, I don't have to ask my wife. It's a big commitment, man. The boys are about to start football. My oldest is going to middle school. My daughter's in school. My son's in school.
Yeah.
And for me, just being there and being able to see my kids and pick them up from school, that will far exceed any trip that I can have. And you know, I can't just get in and out. It's 2 to 3 weeks. I didn't spend my whole life kicking ass through a bubblegum, making all this money. Then now I gotta go across the world.
You're passing on some OG, some wisdom for us that need it. Yeah, again, you get to the point. No, straight up. Nah, like again, not just me. I think a lot of young men and people need it just to know, like, on the wheel, keep going. Like, to what end? When you get to enjoy it? When do you actually get to enjoy the fruits of your labor? Yeah, you've worked hard to get to this point, so I agree.
John Anik recently identified Khabib Nurmagomedov's camp as the greatest team in MMA history. Anik attributed this status to the consistent success of fighters developed under the guidance of Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. He noted the team's elite roster currently holds a combined professional record of 109-2.
Fabulous 5 under the watchful eye of Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, or something like 109-2.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So you have one loss for Islam Makhachev against Adriano Martins in 2015, and then a loss by Umar Nurmagomedov to Merab Dvalishvili. And otherwise, Usman Nurmagomedov, Umar Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and there is a 5th fighter in there, I believe that John Pork fellow who looks like an absolute monster, right? But 109-2. Right? Greatest team of all time with respect to Sarah Longo MMA, which is in the top 5 all time for sure, right? The greatest of all time. It's Abdulmanap's tree, man. And that's it.
At Dana White's Contender series, Kaikei Brito secured a UFC contract after knocking out Namo Fazil 12 seconds into the third round. Fazil previously drew attention for a confrontation with Arman Tsarukyan, where Arman Tsarukyan attempted to jump a barrier before the two met backstage. The knockout has gained significant attention following Fazil's pre-fight comments.
If I have a fear in me, 1 inch, my mom's a... If you were my enemy, I swear to God, we'll sleep next to you butt naked. The day when the octagon is locked, you will understand who the I am.
What's the game plan? I want to see. What's you do? You gonna strike with me?
So be ready to shake my hand on that day because I'm gonna beat the champ.
I'm gonna give you my. You can shake my. You know what I'm saying? My 8-inch. You can shake.
Ahí vemos al jefe. Dana White quedó frío.
Following the fight, Namo Fazil posted a video. He said, "The knockout was a fluke."
Assalamu alaikum, guys. I'm making this video to acknowledge today's loss I had. I'm not the type of person to shy away and just hide and be like. And I'm a fighter. We take this to the chin as every real man does, you know. Today was not my night, I could say. I had a few issues, I can say, and I'm not here to say, oh, this happened, that happened. I take it as a real man and acknowledge it. Good night for Kaikei Brito. Congratulations to him. He was the better man tonight. But I promise you, you will see me 10 times better, stronger when I come back, and you will see me come back very soon. This was a small fluke that happened, and you'll see a better version.
Cain Velasquez reunited with Daniel Cormier last night, greeting him with a bear hug.
DC, take him down. Take him down.
Bear hug. You mean it to the word bear hug.
Jamahal Hill released a social media video demonstrating new movements. He intends to use these moves when Bruce Buffer introduces him at heavyweight. Tom Aspinall admits he struggles to enjoy life outside the octagon. During a recent podcast appearance, Aspinall said, "I find it difficult to truly switch off and enjoy myself." He explained that even on holiday, he cannot stop thinking about training. This leaves him feeling anxious and unable to fully enjoy his time away from the gym.
Come from there for both of you because I see massive parallels about, and it's really refreshing as well. You both talk about emotion quite a lot in fighting. Where do you find that almost like a superpower to talk about the emotion and sort of, Tom always says about that, you know, you are scared and there's the realism of fighting. Where does that come from for both of you?
I feel like I can't, I'm exactly the same. I struggle in my personal life to like enjoy myself. I know that sounds pretty sad, but I'm sure you know exactly what I mean.
You feel guilty for enjoying it?
Yeah, I can't, like, I go away on holiday and I'm like, I'll be buzzing for the holiday. I'll get there and I'll like want to train because I think there's someone out there training and I'm not. I think it's like the anxiety of that. And that's just, it's not even motivation. I don't even want to do it, but it's like I can't rest until I've done it. It's a strange thing that you're like hooked on that doesn't leave you. That's why I'm asking about like retirement and stuff.
I used to have a similar mentality to you, whereas I would set my training methods purely to know that I knew no one else.
Tyron Woodley continues to support Thomas following backlash over comments made after UFC 330. Thomas announced his retirement from cornering after Gillian Robertson's loss to Mackenzie Dern, stating that Robertson had reached her ceiling in the sport. Sean Strickland publicly criticized Thomas for these remarks, leading to an exchange of private messages where Woodley allegedly threatened Strickland. In an interview with Damon Martin of MMA Fighting, Woodley defended Thomas, arguing the comments were misrepresented and that critics were unfairly targeting him.
I talked to Dean yesterday, and not to get, I don't want to get into that because I feel like You know, I had to catch myself because everybody free to say what they want to. That's the one thing that we have in the U.S. is freedom of speech. We can all deem that he did this in the wrong time and that he took her moment. Like, what moment did she have at that moment? She competed well. She went on a crazy run. She could go back into the, you know what I mean, gym and work on some things, but I didn't think that her losing to Mackenzie was anything like that she should look down upon. The girl is just strong. She's a great striker. She's a great jiu-jitsu player. I feel like she got in there with her and did her best. I feel like if she now know what it feels like to be in there, she can come back and do better. But also so can Mackenzie. And we never know how that things. That's the good thing about MMA. You never know. If it was on his spirit to say that at the moment in time that he decided to, maybe I wouldn't have done it. Maybe you wouldn't have done it, but that don't mean that he shouldn't have done it. And everybody want to like say something because it's fun to jump on a boat and be the devil advocate. Oh, it was disgraceful. It was disgraceful. He took it. Sometimes it's the people he worked with, some people that's smiling in his face, and like Dean's my guy for real.
Tyron Woodley did not address Sean Strickland by name, but he labeled him a clout chaser. Woodley admitted his desire to defend Luke. Thomas may have gotten the better of him. However, Woodley said, "I would never apologize for going to bat for someone who has always had my back."
To catch myself, because I was going at it with people, and I'm like, what am I doing, Tyron? Like, I can't be a hypocrite. I'm saying that he has the freedom to say whatever he want to say when he want to say it. I can't be going at these people like I went straight to the motherfucker, to his page, to him. I don't have your number, so I went straight to you, and I'm not gonna get into him, give him no clout, because he handled it. He handled it outwardly, like somebody that's just of this era that we're in, which is a clout era. But privately, it was respect at the end of it. So I left it there because I gotta allow him also to say what he feels he should be able to say. I can't monitor his statement, but I stand on what I say, and I ride for my dog. You know what I mean? That's my brother. I'll fuck somebody up over Dean, and if people keep thinking it's sweet, I'll say the same shit to your face. So that's how I feel about it. I feel like he is one of the most beautiful minds in the sport, and I'm not finna let nobody talk shit about him. And I'll get in your fucking face, and I'll say it to your face, and if we end up fighting over it, that's fine.
The UFC lightweight champion is enjoying his off-season following his most recent title defense. Edson Barboza has revealed the specific reason behind his decision to retire from professional competition. The veteran fighter attributed his departure from the sport to a significant injury. Barboza said, "I have lost vision in my right eye."
When did you realize that you weren't the same guy anymore?
Man, my fight against Murphy in the main event, I have a really bad injury in my eye. I almost lost my vision in my right eye. Most people have no idea about that, but I can see with this eye. That's the first time I really start thinking about like, oh my gosh, this sport is hard and dangerous. But yeah, I start thinking about like, okay, maybe it's the time to stop, because imagine it, lost my vision for, I start thinking about. That's that they start thinking about, talk to my wife about. For my wife, she said, stop right now. I don't care about, say, no, let me try. And let me try a couple more fights, let me see how gonna start, how gonna feel. And yeah, that's the beginning. I really start thinking about retire.
Herb Dean has been getting a lot of criticism lately for his refereeing, and I thought he did a really good job stopping the fight when he did. Do you think, he kind of saved you and got you out of there at a good moment?
100%. When he stopped the fight, I come to him and say, bro, thank you. Because I'm there, but I'm not there. I know I can't keep fight like that, but at the same time, if the guy caught me one more with the hard shot, I would be in big trouble. And Come on, it's my last fight. I don't want to be in the hospital after that. I say thank you to him. Say, bro, thank you, stop the fight, bro.
John Jones has responded to comments made by Daniel Cormier. Cormier recently named Khabib Nurmagomedov as the greatest fighter of all time over Jones. Cormier cited the lone loss on Jones's record against Matt Hamill. Cormier said, despite how dominant Jones was, he still made a mistake by throwing illegal 12-6 elbows and getting disqualified.
Think about this. John Jones, for as good as he is, he has one loss. Why? He made a mistake. Khabib never made a mistake. Never got himself disqualified, never got caught in a submission, he made no mistakes. 29 times to walk to that octagon against the best guys in the world and win 29 times. George St. Pierre has 2 or 3 losses. Demetrious Johnson, one of the greatest, he has losses. This guy never lost.
Cejudo lost.
Cejudo lose. Everybody lost. Even Islam, as good as he is, made one mistake. And he's as close to Khabib as anyone. To never lose, dude.
Jan responded to that clip saying, I started in the UFC so early that I didn't even know what the rules were. The night I fought Matt was the first night I had ever even heard the term 12-6. Literally, my entire career has been fighting in the main event, fighting for a world title. My brother Daniel Cormier, your jealousy runs so deep through your blood. I honestly pray that the good Lord heals you from your envy and that, one day, you won't feel the need to do interviews like this. Until then, it's flattering to see the passion you have when it comes to me. Yair Rodriguez is out of the Noche UFC headliner against John Silva. Jose Delgado will replace him, marking his first UFC main event. This 5-round featherweight bout takes place September 12 at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale. Delgado competes in his home state of Arizona, following 2 wins this year and a successful 4-fight run in the UFC, with his only loss coming to Nathaniel Wood in 2025. John Silva enters the matchup coming off a victory over Arnold Allen. He currently holds a 6-1 record within the promotion. Elsewhere, Dillon Danis has ruled out competing on Dana White's Contender Series. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Danis explained, I'm already a high-earning draw who generates significant money, making a developmental platform like the Contender Series a waste of time. Danis, who faces Mike Perry in his next bout, dismissed the path to the UFC through the promotional series.
If this works out, McMahon's looking at you, would you fight on the Contender Series?
I keep saying no, because why would they waste the money on a Contender Series fight? You know, I'm a big money fight. And after I beat Mike, I think that a lot of guys at 170 are going to be willing to fight me because Mike is a very respected combat sports athlete in the world of MMA. So, you know, that was one of the problems with all the guys that wanted to fight me. They're like, he hasn't fought anybody. It looks bad on me. So after I submit Perry in a round, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to fight me. So I think they would put me on a main card. It would make a lot more sense. You know, I mean, I think I'm right. I mean, at 3-0, who's fighting a guy like Mike Perry? At 3-0, if you watch the Contender Series, I was looking at the guys' records. The guys that they beat to get to the Contender Series were 4-5.
On the Ariel Helwani show, Carlos Prates had a message for anyone who believes Michael Morales has a better chance of dethroning Islam Makhachev.
Counter, so it's okay, I'm the next.
They came out, you mentioned underdog, they came out with the lines, and Morales, according to the odds makers, has a greater chance in their mind of beating him than you. He's like a smaller underdog than you. How do you feel about that?
It's, I don't know. I think it's okay. You know, Morales, I think people think Morales can fight better than me just because he's stronger. You know? Because, of course, on the strike, I would kill Morales. And grappling, I don't know. Everybody called that guy wrestler, but I never saw him try a takedown. You know, so I don't know. Maybe people say like Morales would have like more chance to beat Islam because he's bigger, you know, like he's really heavy. But about techniques and things like that, I think I'm much better.
Do you think he's overhyped, Morales?
No, not overhyped. He's really good. He's undefeated. But I think people think like he can have more chance to beat Islam because he's stronger, you know, like he's bigger guy, and it would be like a little bit harder to Islam taking him down.
I gotta say, you versus Morales is a dream fight for me.
For me too, bro. I would love to fight him, you know, but after I get the belt.
Before the belt, it's even bigger.
Yeah, and then I can fight Morales and Ian. Yeah.
That's the
two
dream.
fights I want to do after. Is there 2 fights I want to do after get the belt?
Daniel Cormier picks the best from different facets of MMA.
Best wrestling.
Islam.
Who has the best hands in MMA?
Taporia.
Who has the best legs?
Pereira.
IQ. Best IQ.
Jones. Best stand-up.
Best striker.
Best striker. Man, I want to say Pereira because his striking is just amazing, but yeah, I think Pereira because does everything. But in terms of just like boxing, Taporia is the best.
The best entertainment?
13 fights, 13 bonuses. This is a crazy number, bro. Every fight bonus. Justin Gaethje, hands down.
Oh my God. Best condition?
Cardio.
Cardio, yeah, best cardio.
Mirab.
Yes.
Mirab. But now maybe Piorian, huh? Piorian killed this guy. Mirab though. Mirab.
And last, God.
God?
God.
What about God?
God.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT? So I don't include Jones and Anderson. So I don't think if you have any type of drug testing issues, you don't get to be in the GOAT conversation. It, for me, boils down to Khabib.
Joshua Van seeks to validate his previous win against Alexandre Pantoja. Their last fight saw Alexandre Pantoja disqualified due to an arm injury, prompting speculation about Van's victory.
Guys, appreciate it. Who's got the first question?
Start with the flyweight champion, Joshua Van, straight ahead. You know, the last time we saw you fight Alexandre Pantoja, when it was, you know, bad luck at the end when you broke his arm. A lot of people since then call it a fluke. They say you got lucky and everything. So what type of message are you hoping to show when you finally do get your rematch against Pantoja?
What's done is done, and I'm going to whoop his ass September 19th.
Do you feel any sort of animosity, not directly towards Pantoja, but kind of this narrative that you did get lucky, and if the fight he hadn't gotten hurt, he would have won?
Had that not happened, I would still whoop his ass that day. You know what I mean? So September 19th, it's just another opportunity for me to whoop his ass.
Alexandre Pantoja faces Joshua Van on September 19th.
Question for Pantoja. It seems like this fight has gotten personal now. What's more important, getting your belt back or knocking out Joshua Van?
It's not personal for me. This is business. He's a fighter, a good fighter. That's I want this opportunity. I want to be a champion one more time, and I want to beat the best fighters of the world. And I'm not gonna bring that for personal, you know. But what's good thing is about the two different generations. You guys come fight for the champion, remind with the belt for so long. And that's it, you know, it's not personal.
Alexandre Pantoja is preparing for a significant career milestone as the headline act. Chael Sonnen believes Alexandre Pantoja has reached a new level of professional standing where individual fight results no longer define his career.
He's a made man. If he never wins again, if he doesn't beat Pantoja, I don't feel that'll be part of the story anymore. I don't think that people are going to count him out against Pantoja anymore or anybody else. I think the Van era is now upon us, but I'm just saying if I feel that he is a made man for what he did tonight. And Joshua Van is not a better mixed martial artist than that young Japanese opponent. He's a better fighter. Joshua Van can stay in the moment. Let me tell you other guys that could do that. Henry Cejudo, Kamaru Usman. Guys where if you're in the second round, what happened in the first doesn't affect you. Or if you're in the second round, what potentially could happen in the third doesn't affect you. Very easy to say. As an athlete, I always tried to do it. As a coach, I tell my kids, hey, stay in the moment. Don't think about what's behind you. Don't think about what's ahead of you. But I'll just share with you, it's easy to say, it's hard to do. Henry Cejudo could do it. Kamaru Usman could do it. George St. Pierre could do it. So yes, you just heard me put Josh Van in the same company as George St. Pierre. But it is that exclusive of a...
You know, first, I think he need to wash his mouth. You know, I respect where I'm from. I'm from Brazil. In Brazil, you need to take care about what you talk. If you're not, maybe you lose your teeth. You already say, brother, I lose my belt, the champion of the world, but like a man, he not defeat me, you know. Before I lose my belt, I have a sequence for 8 straight wins. I beat Manel K.
Yeah, bro, talk about the fight for September 19, man. We're not here for your story, bro. We're here for the fight. Let's go.
Hey, kid, when someone talk, you shut the fuck up mouth.
Shut up. Shut up.
You understand?
Shut up.
You understand that?
Shut up. What you gonna do about it? You ain't doing shit. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. You ain't doing shit. Somebody get him some milk.
Hey kid, September 19, you're gonna lock in the octagon with me, brother.
You a little bit surprised about Joshua Van's attitude today? He seems to be very confident and kind of a little bit disrespectful to you. Are you surprised about this?
No, nothing about Joshua Van surprised me, brother. He tried to make this character, tried to be the tough guy, but what I see, he's just a free cat, you know. He's afraid, and
I ain't afraid of shit.
Yeah, I'm so tough.
My name is Fearless, man. I ain't scared of you,
bro. Man. Nothing to say, bro. September 19, I have a very good show for everybody. Everybody know about my skills here. And I don't lose my belt to someone beat me. I lose my belt to the accident. And if Joshua want to prove he can beat me, he has September 19 to do that. I really hope it's Josh. You train very well, and you give me the opportunity to fight with the best fighter of the world, because you have the belt from the flyweight division, and I worked so hard to grab this belt and defend here for 4 times, and now I want...
Of course, the main event, Joshua Van versus Alejandro Pantoja, that fight had to happen. It's set in stone, and we're finally getting that. But outside of that, and by the way, that fight's got a lot harder for Alejandro Pantoja, should I say, because Joshua Van, last time out, oh my God, how good did he look against Tatsuro Taira? What a phenomenal fight, right? And now he's had experience as a champion, getting all the press, all the attention. Alejandro Pantoja, we know he's going to walk forward, he's going to punch into a clinch, he's going to look to take him down, rear naked choke, whatever. Submissions galore, okay? But I do think with the more time spent as champion for Joshua Van, wins Joshua Van versus Alejandro Pantoja, I think it's going to be a tough one for Joshua Van, but it's got a lot tougher for Pantoja also because of the experience. It's like Teddy Atlas always talks about. You get 30% better overnight when you become the champion, because you realize, hold on a minute, I am that good. I am that guy. All the hard work's paying off. And now he's not only the champion, he's a defending champion.
Though UFC 331, September 19th, Crypto.com Arena, that was announced earlier today. Main event, Joshua Van against Alex Pantoja 2, one of the most anticipated flyweight title fights in history. We remember what happened not quite a year ago, 8 or so months ago. They fight in Vegas, 25 seconds or so in, Pantoja posts up, boom, the elbow dislocates, not the shoulder. Van becomes champion. He retains the belt in April as well. And Van becomes champion in December. He was supposed to fight in April. That gets pushed to May.
Gaethje went to war with Topuria. He's not going to be out for a crazy amount of time. You know? It's not a situation where Gaethje needs to recover. Like, we're going to need 6 months off from Gaethje. I can see them wanting Gaethje back in there in November. Pimblett versus Topuria in December. And then Arman maybe gets asked to be the backup opponent for Oliveira versus Gaethje. That's probably what's going to happen here. Very interesting matchmaking by the UFC yet again. Let's talk about the rest of the card as well, though. I like this main event. I like that it's got the spotlight. I'm just going to be real with you guys. American fans, I've been saying this for years. You're getting slop. There's an Abu Dhabi card, pay-per-view card in October. You best believe they're getting 3 title fights. I know it. October, pay-per-view, Abu Dhabi, Aspinall versus Garn main event, Volkanovski versus Evloev co-main event.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest MMA news. And I'll see you in the next video.